I know we're shooting. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Shaf.
Yeah. Now, getting into politics. Jiko passionate about politics, but
there was a point in this life I wanted to be governor. I had a running mate, actually. Yeah, but then the dream died. Like I decided, I don't think I like this government that much.
Why? When did this happen?
Actually, when I went for my internship last year, I was working with it was a German governmental organization of sorts. Then I got to interact like with many of the people in politics, and I was like, well, that's how people think. Like your mother raised you like that. Like, how it's like this saying that says you either live long enough to see yourself the hero, to become a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Because you see, the hero has seen stuff, but the villain has seen a lot. They're like, that's how people, even this hero you think who is a hero is not a hero, like even worse than me.
Yeah.
So I decided, you know what? I don't like the Kenyan government that much. My heart is not, because I feel like even if I got into it, I'd have to change myself a lot, like to accommodate all their views, thoughts. I know that certain things they refuse to change. So I feel like it would take me a lot, like I had to change so many aspects about myself.
Yeah.
Like, just to get into the political sector. So I said, it's fine. I don't have to help people by being in the government. I can help from from the side. Like from NGOs and whatnot.
Yeah. I saw you retweeting Uhuru's work so much. So what do you think about the whole executive?
The whole executive. I think
because I had Njomo over. I don't know if you know him.
Yes.
And then and then we're talking about how the whole system is flawed. Because personally, maybe I thought the judiciary was okay, but then I ended up seeing kila mtu ako tu na flaws zao. So when it comes to the executive specifically, what do you think is going on, in your opinion now?
The executive in its entirety, my heart does not sit well with them, because you're probably amongst like the most powerful there, and you're just watching these things happen, and when you're questioned, just like, so nataka mimi nifanye nini, what do you want me to do? I'm like, how dare you ask me that question? Like, my taxes are feeding you and your family. In fact, I can just go see a GK vehicle on the road and I just enter because I am paying. I'm sure by now the taxes my parents and I have paid throughout the years are enough to buy me at least 5 V8s. I just go and enter, and you're here telling me, ati wata mnataka nifanye nini? Like, what sort of ignorance, disrespect is that? Like, let's just say I really have no respect whatsoever for those, because you're doing the bare minimum. In fact, I feel like all of you, it is a public service to be a member, like to be in the government. Like, you have asked these people to vote for you, but then when you go in there, you're acting all ignorant, all high and mighty and whatnot. I feel like even the salary shouldn't be stripped by like 3/4, because if you really want, I feel like those positions should be given to people who actually really want to make a change, not just people who want to make a quick million. You see, because not even if these people will not vote me back into the government in 5 years, at least I would have collected enough money to go and buy myself an island somewhere. You see, that's what I do not like. Because if you really want to help the people, salary should not be the main thing that's motivating you. You see, you should go in it with passion. And I feel like all these people are not going in with passion. So I don't even understand why they're still there. But there is a French tool that can help us with this. It was very useful during the French Revolution. Yes, it rhymes with Listerine. Yes, my best friend Marie Antoinette was subject to it. Let me not say lest they come to my house in the middle of the night, but I'm here inciting treason. But
But what do you think we can do about it? Do you even believe there's democracy?
Democracy. I feel like the word democracy, maybe like in our nation, is like a deceitful word. Because you will go and vote, you will leave your house, you go and vote, you're like, yes, I have voted in this person as my president, this one is as my MP, but you have not voted them in. Like, they have already been chosen before. You're just there as a not even a formality, just there to be seen, like on the news, something they can talk about on the news. Because those decisions were already made by people years before, like, you see. So you're just there to feel like you're included. That's a chance for them to take more of your money. Like, 3.5 billion has been allocated to the elections. No, it has not. 3.5 billion has been allocated to buy this person a yacht. Like, it has not gone anywhere into the election. So I do not believe in democracy in this nation.
So do you believe that I don't know the name they used for this backroad system that the DP has been mentioning so much? what's the name? System. He's been calling it the system. So do you believe there's that system?
One that controls like
Yeah. As
yes.
in,
Oh yes, yes I do. I actually I strongly do believe that
Uh-huh.
there's we are not the ones running the country as much as you may think you are. No, you're not. Like you're shy, you're here, you're puppets. You're just being told that yes. See this poll they say that 95% of Kenyans believe that the president is doing a good job. Who are these
what 95%?
when was
Uh-huh.
Ipsos doing these because I'm sure, I don't know anybody who's been called in and asked. I'm like 95% of the Kenyans are saying good was done. What like
Yeah.
you guys are lying to us, but you know I really hate how they think we're so stupid. Like you know they show us blatant disrespect. See, so one day I'm just waiting to get angry. No, okay, we can't get angry, but you know.
Can we, or are we too forgiving? I feel like we're too forgiving
No,
as
I
a
feel
country.
like we are very. Some people just have deep. You see, people can say that they want change. You see, like we're tired of corruption in it, but then when it comes their time to eat through corruption, they will go that side. Because even the strong, even the loudest, what's it called, social media advocates, like on everywhere, they'll be like, no, we're tired of corruption in it. But then when they're given the chance, like at you, so listen, we're thinking. You don't talk about that, then we give you 3.5 minutes. Okay, like they're immediately silenced. You see, they will not say a single word in regards to corruption or anything anymore. So I feel like almost a large number of people are easily swayed by money or like easily silenced. You see, so maybe that's why our what's it called, human rights activists or like you know our attempts at getting equality or whatnot, just reducing corruption are rarely ever going to reduce just because of that, because people are easily swayed by money and fame and everything. Because you know they like being around powerful people, stewards. So yeah, it's going to be
tricky. Now getting to the whole social media advocates for now, let's say different issues. What do you think about how there are these two feminists who've been talking a lot on social media? How do you think about the expression, how they express themselves?
Which ones?
Is it Aoko? Something Aoko.
Aoko, that's feminist. Like,
how would you term Aoko?
The name itself, it just upsets me. You know, there's some people who they may advertise themselves as feminists or whatnot, but for many of them, okay, like there may be like two types who are completely, you know, that actually the feminist who knows, like, you know, she's okay, they are focused on like, you know, we want equity, we want, you know, all this thing. Then there are others, like they're like two different sides. The others who still try, you know, they'll try to be pick-me's. They're like, Aki, no, you guys, you know, we shouldn't really do that because Aki, and they're like, no, we have no time for weakness. And then the others who go like the other extreme, like, hey, wait, Kwanza, you didn't even say that. I'm so upset. No, I just really do not like how she tries to put down other women so that we can fit into like her box of feminism. Because you see, the type of feminists I don't like are the ones who can be like, you know, yes, we really want equity. Women should be who they want to be. They should, you know, live their lives how they want. But then when you actually go and live how you want as a woman, they'll be like, no, not like that. That does not conform to our standards. Like, those are the type I do not like. Like, if you do want me to be free, like, as a woman living my life, why are you limiting it? Like, just because it does not make you happy. Like, if I go, or like, if you're the type of feminist who believes that a woman should not be cooking for her husband or whatnot, but then I go and say that, like, let's say I tweet like, I can't wait to cook for my family, for my husband and children, and I grow. Then you come there bashing me, and I'm like, why are you mad? Just because you do not want to do it. Let's say maybe I was raised, or that's how I want to, that's how I show my affection best. But then you're coming to invalidate my feelings because you feel like that is not how you know, a proper feminist should behave. Why isn't the man cooking? Like, yes, I know he can cook, I am aware, but I want to take care of my husband. You see, like, if you're upset with that, that's your wahala. Don't go and bring for me your problems. Me, that's how I've chosen to live my life. So yeah, I don't, like, I'm not, why are you so angry? Like, I'm not asking you to go to kitchen and be cooking with me. I'm cooking by myself, so, like, you know, relax.
What does feminism mean to you then?
Feminism to me means like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? okay, like personally, I'm a feminist. I believe that everybody should be a feminist, as Chimamanda said, because we're all advocating, fighting for equity, like in the society, like with with the sexes. So just because I'm a female, I mean, just because I'm a woman does not mean that you should treat me any differently, or because you will not give me a job opportunity because you feel like since I'm a woman, I may not be strong enough for that position. Like, what is that nonsense? Like, we should all get equal. No, we should all be treated with. We should all get equitable, not just equitable, chances at excelling in like life or our professions and whatnot.
Things shouldn't be, maybe, let's say, not determinant on this gender, but just on the person.
Yes.
Nice.
That's how I feel.
So that's why you agree, or you're okay, or you've mentioned this whole cooking for your husband thing.
Yes, I would. Yeah, I would, because I've seen, like, in many instances, like I think even many of my friends, many of like my female friends disagree with this. Like, when I see like let's say my favorite uncles or like my grandfather, like in my culture, you kneel, like you need to say hello to them. So there's a time when I went to Uganda, like with one of my friends. Then I knelt. She was in shock. Then she's like, "Yo, why would you even kneel for a man?" And I'm like, I was not. First of all, he did not ask, and I was kneeling as a sign of respect. Like, this is my uncle. Like, why would I? Okay, the others I would not, but this one is like my favorite uncle. I love, like, if I kneel. So like from that day, they're like, "No, are you sure you're a feminist?" And I'm like, I just knelt as a sign of respect to my uncle. And it's even my culture. Like, even for my mother. Like, there are times, okay, I don't kneel like all the time, but there are times when I've gone to greet her so much, I'm like, "Hi sis, how are you?" And she's like, "Huh? Who is your sister?" So that you go down, you kneel, you say hello, what's not. So like I don't like also the way some other people may try to dismiss like the fact that you're feminist just because you do certain things that are in accordance with your culture. Like now, like kneeling, you see they be against it, like no, Sheena, you should not kneel for a man. And I'm like, why are you being mad that I'm kneeling for my uncle? As in, what is the problem? You see? So, but if I'm not asking anybody, if you do not want to, don't go and start embarrassing. You kneel for people. That it's a sign of respect. So if I do not respect you, why am I kneeling for you? It makes no sense.
So what's your thought on this? Should we change our culture to fit modern day society, or how should we go about that? Because let's say, because I was brought up in Bungoma, at that time when I was there, these guys would be like, as when you have a wife, your wife will be cooking. So it's not a sexual thing or dependent on the gender. It's just this how the culture is, you see. So should we change the culture because of this apparent wokeness that modern day society is bringing?
I feel like people should, like, if you'd like, as a parent, if you'd like to raise your child like in accordance to the cultures, you can. That's okay, but you also can't force culture down everybody's throats. Because like you see, for me, maybe we were raised like that. Like if you're feeding your husband, okay, you don't have to, but you can feed him maybe like when you're kneeling, you approach him with the food like that. But then let's say if I have a sister, let's say she'd be like, no, I do not want to do that. Like, yes, she's aware of her culture, she knows how it goes, but she does not want to kneel. You cannot force her to kneel, you see. So I feel like these are conversations that somebody should have with their partner before getting into relationships, because it may be tricky when you're in a relationship and then you're a Buganda man, you expect me to kneel for you, then I'm like, no sir, I am not kneeling for you, we're going to eat KFC for dinner tonight. Yes, we're going to eat from that Kim, whatever. Those take box, we're not using plates today, you see. So I feel like that's a conversation that should be had beforehand, before you start getting into serious relationships, or else there'll be many quarrels like along the way. Yes.
Do you think what do you think has influenced our culture to change to this extent? Is it education or is it Westernization?
Well, our education is Westernized. So I feel like, maybe like a combination of the both. And also like, also social media, like you see how people live like, throughout the world. So me as a Kenyan, I go and say, how we're living life in our country. When I talk about it, then somebody from Brazil or from America comes and invalidates me. They're like, why on earth would you do that? Like, why are you people living like that? And you see, for most people, they try not, due to, let's say, peer pressure or whatnot, they try not to look left out or try not to look like losers and whatnot. So they try to fit into, the small box that these Westerners have put for them. Like, okay, since now these people are going to think I'm shamba because I'm doing these things, let me adjust. Let me reform how I live kidogo, so that they can be happy with me, so they don't think I'm shamba. Yes. So I feel like, social media, education, Westernization, a lot of things, have had an impact like on our culture. Yes.
You mentioned this whole social media part. I don't know if you watched The Social Dilemma.
Oh yes, I did. I did like a few days ago.
What do you think about it?
I felt used. I felt so I was there. I was feeling so sad. I'm there tweeting about it. I'm like, okay, guys, you don't believe what I've just watched. Yeah, but I feel like there should be more. Like it should be made more humane. Like as one of the people said, like you put in measures that to reduce like the addiction or like the dependability or whatnot, like on social media. And also this, because it also does like a number on your self-esteem, because you're thinking like right now there's this blog I was reading about that said right now that the rates of plastic surgery are really increasing because people want to look like how they filters. Look using their filters, because they're like, yo, on Snapchat my nose looks like this, but then in real life it looks how, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to doctor in Miami and he's going to fix me. So you see, like so if you don't have the money, it makes you feel like, oh no, I'm not beautiful enough. Like if I don't use these filters, people won't accept me for who I am, and that's really not how it should be. You see, I feel like people should love themselves for who they are. So these filters, man, they're lovely, they're nice. You're looking hella fine. I use them a lot all my days. But then still, I feel like
Do you think we can survive without social media?
Yo, we can, but I would not like to survive without social media, because I feel like it teaches a lot. Like I've learned so much. Like, wow, I have learned so much. So
because there was that guy telling us to delete our social media. Did you see the like ikiisha hapo hivyo in the documentary?
Like, why I'm not doing? What's wrong with you? Like,
because of the addiction side of it.
Yeah, there is the addiction side, but I feel like every so often you should take like a break. Maybe take like a week break. If you start to like I do a day, 2 days, like a week, 2 weeks, like you build it up, so you don't get like such high dependency. But I wouldn't. Okay, I normally do one for like a few days so that I don't get addicted. But like I would not completely leave social media. Like I have learned so much. I have made amazing friends. Even like job opportunities like through social media. So yeah, that's not something I'd be willing to give up.
Now when it comes to, let's say, how it's affecting kids even, the question that I've been asking a number of times is, what age would you give a kid a phone, knowing what you know right now? What time did you start using social media?
Social media, I joined Facebook. I remember even the person who made me join. I was in class. It was like class 5, not going to class 6, that December holiday over there. My friend Kevin opened for me a Facebook account. Yes, I was in class 6. I remember. So, I feel, okay, at that age, all I was doing was just talking to my friends. Like, I wasn't doing anything. There was nothing else I was doing. I think I understood like the bad sides of social media like when I got to Form 1. I was like, you guys do what? On the computer? What? I was so oh my days, I was so shocked. As the I was actually so shocked. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So Sunday I went at Nikanza quite curious to see what these things are, but I couldn't. So I eventually went asked like my older cousins like to explain to me what are these things people are talking about. Social media does what. So, but my mom was actually against me being on social media for such a long time. Like, okay, it made no sense for me to have social media like class 6. What was I even doing? But then like in high school, at least
high school makes sense.
Yeah, like I started understanding. Okay, she still was like, no, I think she started being comfortable with in Form 3. She still was like, no, what are you? Who are you going to meet there? Are you looking for older men? So I was like, oh my gosh, ma. But then I think I started understanding in Form 2 what this whole thing is about.
Now when it comes to the other side of social media and fake news, how do you know how do you know when this is someone you can really trust or a reliable source, especially on Twitter? Because personally, I use it a lot when it comes to getting any information I want, and I think a lot of people do. So knowing that some people might give us information that is fabricated, do you just ignore that side of it and just listen and read every single thing you see, or what do you even think about that part?
I don't even think I have ways of like establishing what's fake and what's not.
What's not?
I actually do not have, like, if I see it has been, because you know you can think it's true but then it's not. Kwanzaa, what changed my worldview completely was the death of Kim Jong-un. Like, you have been dead so many times.
I thought he was dead also.
I heard he even died again last week.
Wallahi.
What? I'm like, young man, like, you're making me, because now I can't even trust CNN because they said you're dead and now you're not dead.
Yeah,
like,
a
what's
lot
up?
of people are saying he's dead and
So,
then he's alive.
At this point, I just really don't know. I believe nothing. I normally believe nothing. Like you said, okay, that's a lie. I normally take everything as a lie. So, yeah. But I don't even know when we're opening schools. They said October 19th. I'm like,
what do you think about that? Opening.
I really want to go to school all my days. I really miss school so much.
And COVID? I'll believe you go.
No, okay, yeah, of course, I know it would be extremely inhumane of me to say COVID is not a thing, as how so many people have died from it. But okay, yes, it is there, but
considering how Kenyans have been treating it.
Yo, because I'm thinking,
yeah,
if I go back to school, if I don't go back to school, like, life is still going to be the same, because I'm still meeting the same people, but just not in school. Cool. So just put me in school with them. At least I will be doing something, sensible. We won't just be going to go and do hood rat activities or whatnot. Now we're going to be in school. We're going to be learning. Yes. I just want to go back to school, man.
I get you.
All for years go back to school.
I feel like it will be better to keep doing online.
Online.
Yeah.
Yo, I have the attention span of a goldfish. I can't.
So physical classes will be better. Physical
classes are normal. I actually can't. I cannot handle online classes. My attention span. Something small could happen and I'm gone. Like, you have lost me completely. That's it. And also, like, these deadlines. Our lecturers, maybe they don't teach, but they leave an assignment. Yeah. So I'm only getting anxiety. Like, oh my god, oh my god, do I have an assignment? You don't have, but then you're like, oh my god, maybe I have like 17 assignments to do and I don't know. So like this past semester, because it was my first semester doing it online. We had to get like so many extensions because most of us didn't know, and like, oh my, what is?
Yeah.
I can't do this no more. Please take me back to class. Just take me back to school.
Because of the problem with communication.
Yeah, communication is really, it's a lot. Like, and for other schools, maybe they don't have the systems that, let's say, private universities have, so those don't have the opportunities, like that we have. So I feel like, in an attempt to try, to bridge the gap between these people, like, just open the schools and just take me back to school. Yeah, but also you don't have to go to school, you can stay at home, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can do this for Odell. Yeah, it's fine.
Do you believe in dropping out to be a billionaire?
How am I becoming a billionaire?
The conversation that I had with Jomo was how most people, let's say when you look at the system right now, you might not be very dependent on employment because of the high unemployment rate in the country. So that goes back to how flawed the whole system is, considering that you go from primary moving to high school, you're told forget the old system, you're in high school. High school getting into uni, you're forgetting the old system, you're in uni. So how relevant is education to us, or how relevant are schools? Because education is important when, let's say, you are, how will I put this? When you're doing something specific or something you're interested in, but schools, Kenyan system.
Okay. I feel like we could do more in our education system, like especially in... Okay, what I don't like mostly about the Kenyan education system is the discrimination between like the STEM students and like the humanities and arts students, because as an art student, you are forcing me to learn mathematics. Because I have a disability in mathematics. So the fact that you are forcing me to learn math and chemistry and biology, but then you're not forcing a STEM student to learn art or to learn history. That don't make no sense. Yeah. You see, because it's like you're telling me I am not as smart as somebody who is doing STEM. You see, just because I can't calculate over what, I don't even know what those things are called. What? And all my math. All my math went out my head. But then I feel like there is a lot that could be done about our education system. Like, they should do more to try and incorporate like the points of view or like the feelings of the arts and humanities students. Yeah, that's like a really important thing.
Yeah.
What else had you asked? I've forgotten.
It's still on that.
Oh, it's still
But
on
so
that.
should we do that on our own, or should we follow that system? Because like, let's say when you finish high school and you're interested in doing art or filmmaking, you can go to film school.
Yes.
And you learn how to be a filmmaker. But then you can follow the old system, go to uni, do mass comm, you're still not learning so much filmmaking.
Yeah.
Finish school, look for a job in filmmaking because you've done mass communication. Don't get a job, go to film school.
Hey, no, if you just go to film school, like direct, because why? In such cases, like with the arts, why are you wasting? It feels like you're wasting so much time. Because you see, like the others, you can go and do mass communication or become all those things because you want to work in a radio station, and then they're going to go and pick an influencer from Twitter to go and do the job you have been studying for 4 years, 4 years to go and do. So I feel like, instead of just making it like education based, like you actually go and learn the skill, so you're actually guaranteed of employment, like from your talent, not just okay, it is good. Even the influencers, they have had
the skill,
they have had the skill, they have maybe the, what's it called, the audience, but then like, even you who has gone to school, you should not just be thrown away like that, because that's actually so sad. So yes, there should be schools specializing, like in certain things, like in the arts. Yes, I just don't go to school and start wasting my time. Because you want to do what?
So personally, which one do you embrace, or which one do you think would be? Which one do you agree with? Because what I've had, let's say in some of the conversations I have, someone will be like, I don't think I want to go to school, so I'm going to drop out. I don't have an idea, or maybe I have an idea of something I want to do, and then I want to focus on that. And then someone else is like, well, I'm just going to school. Let me just go to school, let me just get that paper, because I'm getting that paper for probably my parents, or maybe I've just always wanted to graduate, I graduate, and then after that, I now do what I really want.
But I see that one's going to be tricky, because very many people are people are very different. Because the others, you can decide that you want to drop out umechoka na masomo, lakini you have great support, maybe from your parents and your friends. You have financial support, you have like a lot of it, so you don't really need maybe to go the whole 9 years to school or not. You can just like stop halfway, because you're sure, you're certain that you have the capital, you have the influence, you like have everything else you need. But then now the bad thing is, like, for those who are less fortunate, so you're just forced to go down to the lines of education and whatnot. But then I feel like that one I can't really have like one answer for. It's just that,
like, when education, when resources are limited, education is the right way to go. Yes,
education is the right way to go. And but sure, those also the street smart people, you don't exactly need education, like by not just using like the education you got from school, but maybe your God-given knowledge or what you have gained from the streets, like you're able to uplift yourself. You don't necessarily need to go to school to learn these things. So for those ones, like, there's really no point in wasting your time in school. You see, you can just go forth and make something out of out of the knowledge that you already have. So
Do you think the youth are embracing or romanticizing easy acquisition of wealth instead of actually working hard because of how social media is maybe influencing us?
Well, to some extent, people may be romanticizing, like, quick ways of getting cash. But then, as you can see, like, if you compare our generation to like those that came before us, we don't have as much as they did, because maybe for them education was cheaper, life was cheaper. Now for us, we're thinking like, since if I don't find ways of making money quick, I'm actually going to die, because I don't have money for rent, I don't have money for food, so I will literally die. I need to find some way of making a living quickly. So if you are feeling that is the way your life is taking you, be my guest, just
So we should, like, which side are you on now, on your own opinion, regardless of the fact that different people can choose different things?
Okay, I feel like there are people trying to.
Which one do you prefer?
What were the two again?
Making money easy by romanticizing that easy wealth, or putting in the work.
Put in the work.
What are you interested in?
Wow, like in terms of?
what you love, what you want to do?
That is such a difficult question. I'm interested in so many things, but I feel like I have a passion. I love to talk. If you're watching this video, you feel like want to get me on TV or radio, hit me up, what's up? So yeah, I feel like I would really love to be like, to do media, like, radio or TV. That's what I really love to do. But then there's also a part of me that wants, I also want to go to like the field, like the NGO field, whatnot.
Yeah.
Then there's still, I'm also an artist. Yes, I have not made a painting in a year, but I'm an artist. Yes.
Well, a year is not bad.
It's been a year. At least I've tried doing some drawings. Yeah, so my room is just full. I have so many, what's it called? You say I haven't forgotten the names. I have so many canvases and whatnot. I'm just waiting to be done. Just waiting. Yeah. So I'm also an artist. And then also, what else do I do? Yes, that is what I can remember.
Nice.
Like I do a lot. Like my heart is in many places. Like that's why I have 4 chambers. One chamber is for art, that chamber is for politics, just a lot.
Nice. Well, that's really cool. So do you believe in having different abilities or in specialization?
It's good if you can specialize, because me, I know I can't spike. No, like, you have a wandering heart. But it is good to specialize. Okay, I like, if you have different abilities, I would advise you, like, go for it, truly. As in, if my child ever told me, like, they want to be a jack of all trades, it is good. As in, because I don't like the saying as you jack of all trades, but a master of none. But which is better than just being, like a master of one. Because one thing I know for. Like, it is good, like, you have a PhD in that, but then now me, I have a degree in these 4 things which I understand. Like, I am really good at them. I feel like, they're making me happy, and I can make a living out of them.
Yeah.
So yes, that is where I'm going to go. I'm going to go where my heart takes me. But you do have to focus, like, which one is actually getting you a living and whatnot. Yes.
Wow, nice. Now, getting back to COVID, what have you been doing this whole time since it hit?
My days, what have I done during COVID? I feel like I've strengthened most of my friendships.
Soul searching.
Yes, I have searched this soul, man. I have, it's those things where you meet with your higher self, like doing like a 3 a.m. epiphany. You're like, wait, why was I letting you niggas treat me like this? So like, you get a lot of insight from like your wiser self. You learn a lot. And then also, what else have I done? I tried doing this thing like at the beginning of COVID, which everyone was doing at we're going to start learning how to bake or making banana bread or making art here. Nicole, Sheena, great granddaughter of Veronica Calandonia, I still don't know how to bake. All my years on this earth, I cannot bake. Like, I can't.
Still wanting to try?
I don't know how to use an oven. As in, guys, I have tried. I have honestly tried. I'm like, this thing does what? Like, no. Yeah. So, what else have I done in this COVID?
Did you try crochet?
Let me tell you the way, when I was in class 6, everybody in my estate, even the boys could crochet. Then there was me. It's like I was a laughing stock amongst my peers. Everybody but me could crochet. Like, I really, like, how? Even my grandma tried teaching me. I'm like, this Nini does
even
how?
Even during this time of COVID? Because
I didn't even try. I was like, no, we're not gonna break my heart again, because I was so heartbroken in class 6 when I couldn't crochet. Everyone was there making scarves. They're going to school with their scarves of knitted. So I had to call my grandma, like, she used to knit scarves for me. Then I go and say I'm not who's knitted them. So if ever told in class 6 I knitted, I was a lie. It was my grandma who made them for me. Yeah. That. So what else have I done? I have watched so much TV. I think I almost watched Zulu at a point. Yeah, we were really doing like a marathon of this Zulu. So it's called The Queen, South Africa. It's about cocaine, but watching it as a family, I feel like I learned so much Zulu. Yeah. Guys, I could go and start living over there in Sandton, South Africa, very comfortable. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I also experimented a lot on my hair. My hair was blue, my hair was green.
Wow.
My hair's been a lot of colors.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
On the stuff that you've been watching, what else have you been watching? What type of content are you interested in? Movies, series, documentaries?
Series and movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Suggestions.
I would tell you to go and watch The Queen South Africa, The Queen Mzansi.
Yeah.
Watch The Queen. Yeah. Guys, they sell cocaine so beautifulully. I'm not telling you to do cocaine. Kenyan government, I'm not encouraging anybody to do cocaine. Yes, and then I have also watched, oh my days, have I even been watching? Please, guys, go and watch my I really love Wakula Kaputa. She makes me so happy.
She's really funny.
And also these handsome boys, Jesus Christ, Master Trail KE. You
Uh-huh.
guys are so handsome. Whoa, I'm just there. I don't even know what to say. I'm just like, y'all so cute. Y'all look so nice.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Then like, what else do I watch? Like on TV. Oh my days. I don't feel like I watch a lot of TV. Like I always wanna go out and do something. Like I'm always playing with my dogs or just something. I always look for something to do. I try to look for something. Also, I tried reading at a point. I got tired. It just was not working. I'm like, nipatie kitabu unisome, then you give me a summary, I give you favorite book. You just read for me the book. Yeah. But
on the whole cocaine stuff with them selling it in South Africa, have you watched the business of drugs?
Business of drugs? No, I have not watched it.
You should.
You haven't watched it?
It's a really cool one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the drug culture in Kenya?
Drug culture in Kenya. Oh, a drug. Yo, I feel people seriously need therapy. Guys, if you're smoking every day, or if you're drinking every day, you're an addict. Please seek help.
There's something you said early in the interview. We tend to go towards what we've been held back from. So do you think that's why a lot of people are drinking so much? Because initially tukianza tulikuwa tunaambiwa tusikunywe, tusifanye all these things, and it's all the nonsense all over the place.
I think maybe that one may have just been bored of like this drinking a lot. Because you have nothing else to do. Like maybe you don't have a relationship with the people in your house, or you're just bored. Would you find anything? So like, you know what brings me happiness? Let me go buy myself a booty. I drink, I feel nice, kidogo. Then I feel like it's mostly just been boredom. Boredom has made people drunkards this quarantine. Hey. But you know, for other people, they've actually stopped. Joona pesa. To keep so you're not getting money for drinks.
It's been a 50-50 thing.
Yeah, but the drug culture. Yeah, people need help. Guys, seek therapy. If you can't go, come on, kutingika if you're not drinking or if you're not smoking. Like you should actually seek help. That's how I would advise you to seek help.
Yeah. But your opinion on it, or let's say you're not even telling anyone to do anything. Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's therapeutic? Different people have different reasons for different things. Yeah,
people really have different reasons. Like, you know, you can find someone, I'm a kunya wala amebuta bangi, they're just there like, you know, this person must be so sad, they must be going through something. Like, no, they're not. They just want to take drugs. Like, you see, she also shouldn't be quick to judge people, like, you know, in accordance to what they're doing. So, but you know, like, take care of yourself. Don't like take it too far, go and die. That would be really sad. Like, you know, if we hear another young person that died from overdosing. So yeah, take care of yourself, guys.
Wow, nice. I think maybe I've exhausted all my questions. So, can any parting shot before we close? Because this has been really fun.
Let me see. What can I tell the people of the world? Yo, I actually don't. Let me see. Hey, yo, chop life, man. Chop life. Problem not the finish. Chop life. Don't make life chop you. Like, love your life. Live your life. That's it.
That's it.
Yes.
Wow.
But don't go ruin people's lives. That's actually quite horrible. Live your life responsibly. Yes.
Ruining people's relationships.
Don't do that. Oh my God, what's wrong with you? Don't ruin people's relationships.
What are your thoughts on being selfish in a relationship? Let's say if you want someone and they are not yours and you want to get them.
Yo, kwanza, I normally see people on the TL talking about how artistry, if he's your man and I did not ruin your home, he's the one who came to me. Me, if I find out a boy has a girlfriend, like, let's say if we became friends and you had a girlfriend or no friend, if I find out you have a girlfriend, I normally, me now bopanga, I can't fight. If someone's girl wants to come and beat me, yo, no, by the way, those people, I try to avoid that. You're shooting your friendship shot at me, but you have a girlfriend.
Yeah. Unless
we're already friends and you got a girlfriend, then that's good, because now I still respect boundaries, but hey, those people scare me. Those people. No, I don't. Hey, that's actually best. At someone's boyfriend is in your DMs and napiga story.
Yeah.
Why?
Because anataka kuja kwako anaona hakuna kitu huko.
I will snitch on you. I'm like, hey babe, let me tell you what your man is. He asked me how my day is. Can you imagine? Okay, but hey, see, I try to avoid that like as much as possible.
Yeah.
Hey, can't see
it's quite
next, you can find yourself in a thread at city girl I heard that you did, and I'm like, Me? No. Hey, that's so scary. Imagine finding yourself in tears drama. That's so scary.
Because it looks like, okay, when you look at some of these things online, it's like guys are romanticizing having casual relationships and situationships.
I can have situationships. Oh, I've had so many ones. You can have situationships. Just don't go ruining those relationships like that.
Yeah.
That's just disrespect, man. That's in like you know this boy has a girlfriend, but you're going, hey, come on, like, hey, that's just not right. I know people may disagree with this, but it really does not sit well with me. Like, yeah, he was her girl, he was her boyfriend, but then mini limuiba. Alright. Like I whenever I hear someone saying that, actually the good thing is I don't have any friends who are like that. Once you start telling me that you stole someone's partner, we cannot be friends, because you know we do not, our models are not, they do not align, you see. So I can't, because I'm like, if that's how you are with them and now with me, like my heart, how it's wired, within like 2 months I've already started losing interest. Because I said, if you like me so much, why am I still single? Like, you are wasting my time.
It
like,
takes 3 years to know someone to marry them. Why shouldn't it take 3 months to get into a relationship?
I say, bro, like, what's ish? No, kwanza, these ones that when a situationship, you have the intention of getting into a relationship, but you've not taken me for a date once. I'm like, no sir, I am a grown woman, you will date me properly in 2020 and all years after this. So you're not playing with me. No, I'm not doing this.
So anymore. Come chill doesn't work for you.
Come and chill. I would not be comfortable with that. Because now I'll just be there thinking.
Home dates.
Home dates I have no problem, but okay, I would not do home dates like as a first date or even as a second. Actually, first, second, third, I will not do home dates.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go and steal me, you traffic me to Libya or something. No, so, but I have no problem with home dates. Like I love them, like, you know, they're cute, they're nice, you know, whatnot, you know, they're intimate. Yeah, I would do home dates.
Yeah.
Those are okay. Yeah.
Isn't it just a fancied up come chill?
Come chill. Yes, it is fancied up because there's thought, there's a thought process put into it.
Yeah.
You see, we're doing something, and you know, I'm here with my partner, I'm feeling nice. You see. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. But see, at all the time, it's fun. Go and take me. I go and see a giraffe. I see. I don't know. I see how KIC looks. Okay, I'm not. But we do something. You see.
Yeah.
Don't be boring, because I like to adventure. Have this adventure.
Wow.
Yeah. You surprise me, like, babe, come and we see 14 falls, we see how the water normally looks when it's falling or something. Yes.
Wow, okay. Nice, thanks. I think that's it. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me, Ra.
Cool.
Had so much fun doing this. Wow.